I mean, I would love to hear some of y'all. You guys stated challenges of finding new or a good man. I would want to know why. Why is that so hard why do you guys feel like it's so hard to find someone good?
I'm more of like a non-confrontational type of person, and I just like hated it, and it forced me to grow.
My baby is my greatest blessing, but she's also the biggest change I've ever experienced in my life.
Old lady cleaning the bathroom, and we're just like, oh, we got a maid, like, you're not my roommate. She was my roommate.
I do need for him to be able to control his emotions and control himself and not just want to pop off.
To know that you got me. If something goes down, I don't need you pushing me towards the danger.
I don't know if it was like a big lizard or a little iguana.
It got me.
Real?
It ate me. We're done because I'm passed out.
I mean, I would love to hear some of y'all. You guys stated challenges of finding new or a good man. I would want to know why is that so hard why do you guys feel like it's so hard to find someone good? Do you guys think that you guys see it that again? I talked about Leroy and Marcus. I think it's like so many guys out there that's available. I think sometimes women just pass up on the good guys for some reason and they choose the fools.
No,
I think. Oh, you can go ahead.
Hey.
Well, one of my points is I feel like Leroy and Marcus is easy. You know what you're getting up front. I'm not gonna be looking at you 5 years down the road. Like, you know what you're getting. But you go find someone like, Ivan or Idris, and he wants to play games up front, whatever you want to call it. He want to get to know you. He want to test his boundaries. He want to test all these things that guys do. And I'm like, can we just like get rid of this and go like be honest with each other? Like, you don't have to see how far you can go with me. Like, I don't want to do all that. Why you just can't say what you want right now and let that be it? Leroy is not gonna do that. I already know what he wants. We're not playing games.
For me, I think that is my biggest issue because I feel like my tolerance is like, just give me the opportunity to accept you face value. Be honest. Just lay it all out there and say, this is exactly what it is. I think that if more men would put their truth out there and give me the opportunity to say, you know what, I'm with it, I can work with it, or no, I cannot. It is too much for me. I bow. I throw up the white flag. I cannot. Or, you know what, some of this stuff, it makes me feel a little funny, but I'm still kind of interested, so we'll see where it goes.
And for me, I would say, I just feel like it is hard because you don't know if the person is straight all the way. You don't know if they're married and they're going through a rough patch and they just looking for somebody else that's fun or younger than what they have, or that their wife is pregnant, so they want somebody else that has the perfect body, no kids, whatever. Then also, you used to have guys that enjoyed a challenge. If they felt like, oh, she gonna make me work for it, let me see how far, I can get that other people didn't do or whatever. But now they don't care about a challenge. If they feel like you're a challenge, you got standards, you have something going on for yourself, they don't want you because you have so many females that don't put up a challenge. It's just out there. It's just free. So why work for something you can just go pick a number off TikTok and you can watch whatever you need to watch, or, DM them and you got what you need. You don't need a relationship. You don't need anybody that's going to make you challenge yourself or questioning who you are or why you still in the same place that you're in. It's not that not here. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think that it's necessarily that men and guys don't like challenges. I think that they don't like to run obstacle courses. I think that even, and I'm trying to think of the best way to kind of put this, right? I think that there has to be, if I like you and I'm pursuing you, I think that sometimes the guy just wants something to say like, oh, I like you too. You know what I mean? Not that I'm chasing you for 2-3 months down the line, and then it's like a never ending run. It's not, sometimes if I'm bump into you on the park, I want you to bump back into me. I don't know if that's a good example or not. Show me something that says that, you know what, you enjoying me pursuing you, or that I'm headed in the right direction. I think a lot of times with women, in complete transparency, a lot of women, they'll lead you on the wild goose chasing, and it's never ending.
I get that. But you have, they're still old school. They're not gonna say, "Hey, I like you. Do you like me?" Circle one, yes or no. I need you to just lead and say, "Hey, this is what it is. You know, what's up?" And then I'll respond. But I don't want to be rejected.
Yeah, some men feel like that. Some men feel like they being rejected, and so I think they get tired of the chase, and they like, okay, she ain't interested. Let me go ahead and move on. And then we inconsistent because we misread the hint that was given.
I don't think so.
Crystal Tar?
Huh?
We just gave 2 big speeches. What is your comment to me and Takara's speech?
What happened? Oh, he only responded to Shanita.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as from a Takara's perspective, you said, let you choose whether you want to deal with this, or whether you want to
Right, make it plain.
I mean, I think again, I hear you. I think sometimes people do make it plain. I think sometimes we just ignore.
Okay, maybe you can give us some examples. Maybe we as females don't understand God language. What are some examples that guys will do or say to let a female know that they're interested, they like them? This is me, telling you I like you. Maybe we can't see it. What are some examples that you think guys do to let a female know?
DM you. Buy you lunch. He complimenting you all the time. And sometimes, complimenting, buying you lunch. He's showing you a different sense of care than you probably not normal. Like, he's giving you a little extra attention than and you just ignore it. I mean, like, sometimes you can be totally ignored. And I've had situations where I heard a few, women come back and they're like, I ain't even noticed that. And I'm like, how you didn't notice that? But it's just various things. I think the small things, of course, if I come up to you and say, hey, how you doing? And you're like, I'm fine. I may walk off or run off quick. That may have been me, sometimes y'all might be a little shut.
But you just said when you do that in the stores and you're saying hi to someone, how's your day? That's not flirting. So how is one to know if it's flirting or if you're showing extra interest?
Absolutely. I think you can tell by the way someone look at you and they like, hey, how you doing? If they're flirting or not, rather than saying, hey, good morning. I don't think that's a flirt.
See, I think for me, subtle, I don't do subtle clues. I don't do subtle hints. And I've always said this, even like when I'm talking to Crystal, like, I don't take subtle hints. Like, I need it to be very clear, very black and white, very in my face. Like, hey girl, what's up? But don't be ghetto. Like, say something very nice.
Right.
That man may be hanging around your cubicle every single day. He coming by saying, hey, how you doing?
She would not know. She would.
Lingering around. He just keep popping by and like, hey, you want something from the vending machine? I don't know if y'all got vending machines at work. I don't. But he might, he just hanging around like, hey, you want something from Dunkin' Donuts? That man might be really seriously at you. You don't even know it. He just waiting on the invite. He's just waiting on you to talk back to him.
What would be a good response the guy would be waiting on? Like what's a proper response for a female to let a guy know she's interested?
I think you just got to have a conversation. And if you're not interested, if he's, again, he may not be your type, but I think, again, you just have to, it's all about conversation. Have a conversation. Sometimes women be real shut off. You can be in a grocery store and you can say something, hey, how you doing? And they'll duck off and be like, okay, don't talk to me. And then them be the main women like, guys don't approach me.
Okay, so in some women's defense, sometimes you have a bad day. Or it's like you have so many guys that approach you wrong. Like they coming at you to talk about your body or something like that. So it's just like, I got to feel you out first to see what it is that you're actually wanting. Is it really a, hey, how you doing, that you're interested in me? Or is it you just on some other stuff?
How would you not know that without talking to this person?
I will, but I think I'm so guarded because you've had so many bad experiences. It's like, hey, how you doing? Okay, what do you want?
That's not right. I get you say you guarded, but I think that again, you can hear what somebody has to say and let them down quickly, right? I think again, it just starts with that conversation. Sometimes that may be your opportunity to tell them, hey, you know what? You kind of made me feel uncomfortable when you addressed me with my body. When your first statement was about my body, or like, that may be your opportunity to help that guy out the next time he pursues somebody, or for him to say, oh, I didn't even mean it like that. I mean, I think sometimes we may just be too quick to shut people down and shut people off when sometimes, we may misread. And then it's okay. I mean, he probably may take that like, hey, I didn't feel that. I didn't like the way you approached me. Sometimes that may, that may be easy way to let them down. Or he may say, I apologize. I didn't even mean it like that. I just want to let you know you're beautiful. It may be a totally different, I think you just got to be more open to have conversations and be intentional with your responses. I don't know. I don't know.
No, it does. But at the same time, don't you think that once a guy's out of his 20s, he should know not to approach a woman by talking about her body? Like, it's just a lot of things that we as females feel like guys should just know. We shouldn't be having to teach you how to talk to a female, how to approach a woman. Like, we shouldn't be on the phone and just get like a random comment, like send me a certain type of picture. We shouldn't have to tell you these type of things. Like, you should just know, unless, they have different intentions, which goes back to, like, where's the honesty at?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. No. But this is the thing. Age does not make you mature. Life makes you mature. Like, life experiences mature you, not necessarily age. There's a whole bunch of 40, 50-year-old rappers, like, that's like still, trying to be like there's a whole bunch of 40, 50-year-old individuals that are, and excuse me my French, like have no goals, have no plans. They don't have a job, never worked a job before. They've been being taken care of by another woman until she kicked them out, and so now you're dealing with these unemployed guys who have they have no direction. So I mean, I don't necessarily want to say as you reach a certain age, you should know certain things. I think that again, hey, just have a conversation with some people, and then as that conversation goes on, you'll have discernment on who to weed out. And hey, you know what? I'm not really interested in that. Hey, send me a pic if that's, sir. No, like no, and that's not what I'm interested in, and move on. Like no, but I mean, you can't get to that point until you have those conversations. And every guy is not the one. Every guy is not your guy. You know what I'm saying? Every person that you run across to is not the next for you. But again, I think you have to have a conversation if need be. Sometimes you can catch it real quick, but sometimes it's just, hey, what's going on? What you on? Like, you can kind of weed them out that way. But intentional conversations never hurt nobody.
Okay, so quick question. So going back to approaching a female. So why is it that some guys would see you in the store and you see them looking, but it's like instead of them approaching and saying something verbally, they just checking you out? So why do you
be taken?
But why are you looking at me like this?
They still got eyes.
Not like you can look at somebody like, I just look at you, but if I'm, well, I don't know if y'all can see me, but like if you looking at somebody up and down, you can turn your head. to me, you shouldn't be doing it if you take it.
And remember, I think we talked about this too. Krista, you remember, and I said that, you know, I don't necessarily feel like just because you're in a relationship that you can't look at other people like, look, you know, and don't even pretend like you're not looking. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Well, I think what she's saying is don't be disrespectful, and it's disrespectful
Well,
to
is
look
the
at
person there with you?
No, most well
times.
you'll be with them, but a lot of times I just see them and they be by themselves or they be with a child.
I think they did good not to speak to you. I think that was the respectful part of it.
No, I give you. I think sometimes people are afraid of rejection. So sometimes it could be that guy, he probably don't know whether to approach you or not because he's been, come on, like every woman is not nice when, just like every guy's not respectful when they approach you, every woman is not respectful when they respond to your approach. Someone be like, oh, what you coming over here for? Oh, you know, or whatever it is. And so some guys are really cautious and maybe a little bit more careful when approaching someone. You know what I'm saying? So they may be looking you up and down and they may just be waiting on something, you know, a smile back and say, hey, how you doing? I think that should probably be the good response. And then that may, I'm telling you, that might be, sure, you might have missed out on a good person. He just might be a little bit more careful, worried about rejection. I don't know. But I mean, I can tell you, I know that may be the case sometimes. Some guys are just afraid of rejection.
But do you think
to smile through a mask, unless you're looking in my eyes?
How you know that man was smiling and he had a mask on?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, you said for me to smile, but you're not gonna be able to see it because I got a mask on.
Oh, well, say hey. If you're interested, say hey.
I mean, what is, you can say hi to anybody.
I mean, if he's checking you out and you say hey, you know, or if it's not a uncomfortable checking out and you speak back to him, he might. I'm telling you, he might loosen up. I'm just saying, some guys
If
get
you eat, yes, but if you just looking at, you're not speaking. I'm not speaking either.
so you can't speak first?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then there it is.
So you done missed out on your perfect guy because you don't want to say hello.
Why do I need to say hello?
Yes, you don't. I mean, Shanita.
That's just like if you walk in the room and there's people sitting down. To me, you supposed to speak. So if you're me already and I just so happen to catch you looking at me, you should speak to me.
Like for me, I never, those type of things like don't matter to me. Sometimes I speak coming into a room, sometimes I don't.
Oh
like,
no,
if people
I
don't
always
speak
do.
to me, I say hello and I don't think nothing else about it, or I don't speak. I don't know.
Now, I do believe you should speak when you're walking into a room. However, I don't necessarily I mean, I wouldn't be offended if someone looked at me and did not speak. I mean, again, I believe you could speak to anybody. There's no right or wrong way to it. But again, I think a smile is a form of speaking.
Yeah, but you can't see the smile.
Well, then I don't know, Shanita. I don't know.
No, I think you should definitely say hey to him. I mean, you know, and look at his hand and see if he's married. But I mean, if he check you out that hard in the store, say hey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and let them know it's okay. I mean, I think it goes both ways. You said earlier, women are afraid of rejection. Some women are scared to be rejected. I think it's the same thing for men. And the worst thing, now here's the thing, women are way more stronger, I think, than men when it comes down to handling rejection with some things. Like some men, like it's absolutely destroy them when they say, hey, how you doing? And then the woman be like, get away from me. Like that's embarrassing. Or, you know, or whatever their response may be. Y'all know how some women do. Like they, but I think, it's okay to say, hey. I think it's okay to say, hey, it's okay to speak. And if you're not interested, still say, hey, how you doing? And then when he start walking up to you, say, oh no, I'm not interested. No, I'm good. I'm in a relationship. But
I told you.
I mean, it don't matter. Everything don't matter. You be still checking them out per you.
Right.
I have one last question for me. So I honestly feel like you can look at a female or a male and see what type of person that they are, as far as like if they're going to be extra. So I feel like guys go up to these women who look extra and think that they're just going to get a woman that are going to be like, let's go 50-50 and half on bills. She don't even look like she's going to go half on bills. Now you mad at all women because you don't went up to this woman that would never in her life pay a bill. So now you heartbroken and all women are trash. Do you think that you can kind of tell the women that are that would, I ain't gonna say do the most, but have different expectations?
I think sometime you can. Sometimes you can definitely tell when someone is extra, but there are some women, and I'm trying not to be mean, or not necessarily be mean, but be discriminatory. But sometimes it's some women that look very like motherly, and they got kids. You know what I'm saying? They look like they,
Homely.
right, homely, and they with like, like they got all of the bills. Them the ones that hand you, that be like, yeah, no, I need, so you gonna pay my, like, I don't do nothing for free. Like I didn't ask you, for that. I was just asking you for your phone number. And they like, well, I mean, it's something like you got to be cautious. Some, they all don't look like they usually, because there's a lot of unprofessional looking women, I hate to be this way, that are absolutely master degree, like long nails. I'm not trying to be that way, but that we would miscategorize nowadays because of the simple fact, but these are actual lawyers, doctors, and some, PAs. They doing all kind of stuff, and you're like, oh wow, okay, my bad, I totally misread you. So I think nowadays this could becoming a little bit more harder to read than it probably was 5 years ago.
Yeah, especially the females on TikTok, like they making bukus of money, and of course they work for themselves, so they look all kind of ways.
And let's also say we're not really judging a book by its cover,
Yeah.
but we are.
No, I get you. No, I'm 100% with you. You can definitely misread. Hey, it's a whole lot of man, I don't want to say it, but I mean, I done seen some people. I know some people. I got some family members, some people that I know personally that have no jobs, and this woman, and they never worked. They've been in jail their whole life, and they got this woman that done dressed them up that they look like doctors. And I'm telling you, when you see this joker, you run, because he gonna get you out of everything you got. You gonna be his Tuesday, Wednesday house. You know what I'm saying? Like the woman done cleaned this man up, and you will miscategorize him because he's driving his wife's or girlfriend's Mercedes, and he looks like he got a life together. I just think that absolutely judging, but we not. But it's the reality of what it is, man. It's easy to get somebody with a driving a baby mama car, and they just look the part. Because I'll come out quickly in some jeans or a hoodie and a fitty cap and some shorts on, and I might not look, like I look now. I don't know. You probably miscategorize me some days. But yeah, I get it. No doubt. We're not judging, but we do.
Don't let us catch you out in the streets into car trying to holler at a female.
Yeah. I'm gonna be out there and riding big, black on black. Yeah, out there.
So do you think different females approach you based on how you dress? Like, have you ever noticed it?
No, honestly, you on the truth. I mean, a lot of ratchet. I ain't got no problem with that. I love a little ratchet. I love a little ratchet. A lot of when I got on the suit in town, man, they the ones that speak. Like they the ones that you look and they be like, hey, and it's they don't have no problem with speaking with the mask on. Like they speak good. Like they speak loud. They direct, clear with their expectations. No ratchet ones. When you got your suit on in your town and you like, oh my God, I've been in places and meetings in places, and I'll walk out at the meeting and grab my phone and hey, I'm like, oh my God, let me go. Yeah, they don't mind. So I don't know. Sometimes I guess so, but I'll tell you, them good women, the good ratchet ones, man, them the wild ones, they definitely like them clean dressed. I feel like the more proper women like y'all, they like them gangsters.
Some of them do.
Yep, some of them sure do.
They like project, like they like the project. They want somebody they can put together. They like a project.
Oh no.
And them ratchet women, they like them professionals. Some girl told me one time, a long time ago, she was like, bring that nerd over here. I was like, okay. Bring the glasses in that blazer over. I was like, okay. That was a long time ago.
They say opposites attract. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So anybody else have anything? Like, did you come up with the question that you want to ask Deontay, or you kind of got everything that you need?
Oh, I did. I asked too.
He asked why we was single. Why we was sad and single.
Y'all sad? Not y'all.
No. Happy. Say what?
What you say?
Takara taking. They out there. Her and her person looking at people in the grocery store together.
Huh.
Oh. Well, we ain't
had that.
We in the grocery store now.
Sunita looking at guys with their shirt off at the gym.
That was in the past.
The only and Crystal and overseas out of the country, ain't no telling what she's doing.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, she's not denying. She said yes, I'm there.
And there may or may not be pictures to prove it.
And gifts.
And gifts.
Well, this has been fun. Thank you so much, Deontay, for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
And answering questions and being open and honest.
Yes, we appreciate it from a guy's perspective. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Well, guys, this has been our show. Thank you all for watching. You guys can find us at themelanatedopinion@gmail.com, on Instagram at themelanatedopinion, on TikTok, is it the Melanated O? On all of the social sites. But thank you guys for watching, and tune in next time.